Hello, my name is William James. I am the host of this episode. Welcome to the Bald Book Geek. We upload videos every Monday and Friday, and there is also a podcast called The Viking Writer. Links on my channel. Please like, subscribe and share, and let's get on with today's show. The Matrix, the cyberpunk science fiction novel that has fallen into pop culture that most people don't understand. The Matrix is a phenomenal set of films, and with the fourth Matrix film coming, I thought I would give you a intro into the world of The Matrix, and we're going to look at the first film. The Matrix is a massive reaching series. There are 3 films, The Animatrix, countless comic books, and a massive fan behind them. The Matrix is possibly one of the greatest pieces of science fiction ever conceived. It was directed by the Wachowskis. They are phenomenal and have a repertoire of phenomenal films behind them. So let's start. What does The Matrix ask you? What's the story? What are the themes? So let's talk about that. The story is first. The story is about Thomas Anderson, Neo, who is a hacker, lives his life, and he follows the White Rabbit. He finds out the world around him isn't real and is a computer simulation. The Matrix. Mankind, long ago, is ruled by a machine race that keeps us occupied in its own virtual reality. There are programs, agents, so on. The Oracle, another program. All these big reaching ideas that are handled beautifully. Neo kind of breaks the Matrix, for want of a better word. I'm trying to put this into basic connotations because it's very difficult to put this into technical terms, because we would be there for weeks. This video would be hours long, and I don't think anyone needs to hear me speak for 5 hours. Neo and his group of ragtag people, including Morpheus and Trinity, we all know who they are, end up taking on the machines, and he is the one, and a hiccup, a coding hiccup within the Matrix, someone with the ability to control the machines in and outside the Matrix. Neo is Neo. Thomas Anderson, Mr. Anderson, I presume. Smith is his not equal. Smith is a program, an agent, one of the agent program that's designed to keep tabs on things. The agents are kind of like a software antivirus thing for the machines to keep an eye on us. When people become aware that they're not quite in the real world, they often clean up the mess. Agent Smith is unique because Agent Smith is Neo's counterpoint, a character who is almost his double, equally as skilled but equally as important, but for different reasons. And I'm not going to go into everything with this because this covers 3 films, and I'm not going to go into the second and third movie. This is a focus on the first film. Neo can literally have his combat skills, his life, whatever he needs programmed straight into him without actually even having to do a thing. Neo is effectively the one. But is he the one? That's the question that this film asks, and that's where it gets more complicated. The themes of the Matrix are identity, be them gender, be them self-realization, be them life. The Matrix deals with these themes beautifully. We have 2 versions of ourselves, our real self, the person outside the Matrix, and a version within the Matrix. This person doesn't always match the person outside, our avatar, so to speak. The Matrix creates this. What we see, what we do, is a complete simulation for sake of comfort or even need. Outside of the Matrix, humans are grown, and the remains of the dead are fed to the living. We are kept in these little pods. Effectively, our bodies are never used, and we exist purely within this program. The Matrix effectively keeps us happy and content, and that's other themes as well. Do we accept what's going on around us, or do we not? Do we as human beings, toe the party line, or is there a man behind the curtain? We all know the line from The Wizard of Oz. Don't ignore the man behind the white curtain. The version of The Matrix they're currently in is not the original. They had a paradise, a horror. They needed to create a Matrix that was not... They gave the illusion of free will, and that's where it gets even more complicated. The Matrix deals with these themes of humanity, what makes us who we are, what we are, and how we deal with it. The Matrix asks us what makes us human above everything else. The characters are unique in their own right. Although you get many characters within the setting of the Matrix, the main three focus tends to be Neo, Trinity, and Morpheus. Morpheus being the soothsayer almost, and desperately fighting the One. He also has to deal with the Council of Zion, which is the last human city deep underground. You have Trinity, Neo's lover. She was freed from the Matrix as well, and at the beginning, I don't think she truly believes the One narrative, but she's interesting in her own right. She is a phenomenal character who loves Neo, but her story arc is actually accepting herself as well. The characters of the Matrix within this universe are huge. They're subtle, they're well written. They never quite let you in, but there's always something they're willing to give. The Matrix asks these questions of what makes them who they are. What part of them represents? Would someone want to go back into the Matrix and never know about the real world? There is a character that does. Imagine going back with no knowledge of the horrors that are on the outside. He makes a deal with the machines and, well, that doesn't go to plan without giving too many spoilers away. The Matrix asks you a question. What makes us who we are? Do we doubt our own existence, or do we look for something, be it God, be it Buddha, be it countless other religions within the world? Are we looking for something to tie us to the world we're in, or are we desperately trying to be part of it? The Matrix will follows that theme beautifully, and I remember seeing it for the first time and being blown away. This is a film you need to watch a few times. It's not one you can watch once, and please remember, it's far deeper than your average action movie. So, the Matrix series. So, you have The Matrix, you have The Matrix Reloaded, and The Matrix Revelations. I'm not going to go into great detail here, but the Reloaded and Revelations are effectively one movie, and Revelations effectively is the end log of it all. There is the Animatrix, which is several short films by different directors, all within the Matrix universe, that explain the history of the world and the characters and give you a bit more information and a little bit more context to things. Then there are video games. There's Enter the Matrix. You can watch the footage they made for that as a film into itself, because it features, effectively it's another movie. It's a parallel story to what's happening during Reloaded. Then there's Enter the Matrix, which is basically a retelling of Neo's story throughout the whole thing, and it kind of goes a little deeper. The Wachowskis themselves created this game, and it's a brilliant game, it really is. And now with The Matrix 4 coming, I wonder how they're going to do it. Without giving too many spoilers away, I do think it will involve, just because you can die in the real world doesn't mean you die in the Matrix. And that's been kind of proven in opposite terms, the character of the kid, who was very annoying. I do wonder where they're going to go with this, but I trust the Wachowskis brilliantly. They're a phenomenal duo. I absolutely adore their work. Do check out things like Cloud Atlas as well. So, tell me what you think in the comments below, and I will talk to you guys later.